Disclaimer: I am just a humble Genshin Impact fan. I do not own any of the rights to Genshin Impact, or any of the content within it, such as the lore books. Those specifically belong to Hoyoverse. What I do have, however, are friends with things like learning disabilities, such as dyslexia and ADHD, or very little free time, making reading the lore books either in-game or on wiki pages hard for them. Our solution to these problems has been for me to make these recordings so that they can listen to them and still get to enjoy Genshin lore like the rest of us. I have chosen to upload these recordings to YouTube as a way of sharing them with other fans within the community who might be in similar situations. I am admittedly no voice actress, trained narrator, or video editor, but I have tried my best, so please be gentle with me. Therefore, without further ado, let's get into today's story. Biography of Gunnhildr. A history book on the life of the apical ancestor of the Gunnhildr Clan, compiled by Eckhard Gunnhildr, a modern historian of Mondstadt. It consists of fragmented stories and legends from the aristocratic period. A single volume found within the Dawn Winery. May the gentle breeze of Barbados carry words of enlightenment and deliver them into the gaze of my readers, and may the wind of freedom forever prevail in Mondstadt. The story of the Gunnhildr clan begins in legend 3,000 years ago during the war between the Lord of the Tower, Decarabian, and the King of the Northwind, Andreas. It was a time when Mondstadt was a frozen wasteland, and Gunnhildr was about to become the strongest leader her nomadic clan had ever seen. Gunnhildr's father, the then leader of the clan, had once served under Decarabian. He served until he found the despotic rule of the aloof and selfish king to be more than he could bear, whereupon he had led his clan outside of the city where ferocious winds howled without mercy. But life in the wasteland beyond the city gates was harsh and unforgiving. Though they had escaped the wrath of a tyrant, they were now faced with the wrath of relentless and all-engulfing blizzards. Just when all hope seemed to be lost for the wandering clan, a spirit from the midst of the myriad winds heard Gunnhildr's prayers. The sincere plea of a clan chief's young daughter joined with the people's cry of help, a cry that the blizzard had all but drowned out, and became a faith. The faith gathered in front of the wind spirit like water flowing into a spring and became the source from which the wind spirit drew its power. The wind spirit used this power to make a small shelter for the clan and bestowed upon the clan chief's daughter the power to protect. After her father's death, Gunnhildr took his place as the clan's leader. She also became its first priestess. From that day forth, she protected her clan faithfully. When the Animo Archon Barbados challenged the aloof and selfish King Decarabian's rule, Gunnhildr led her people to make a stand against the Archon's fury. But when Barbados finally fought the ferocious winds and freed the tyrant's subjects, she was also the one who decorated the victorious Animo Archon with laurels. In later times, after Barbados had departed, a class of aristocrats emerged across the land. These rulers, who were possessed of divine power, would become corrupted and turn to tyranny themselves 1,000 years later, but none had the ability to predict the distant future, not even Barbados himself. Gunnhildr's descendants were themselves a prominent clan within the aristocracy, but unlike the evil and scheming Lawrence clan, the Gunnhildrs upheld their legacy of protecting Mondstadt that was always enshrined in their motto, for Mondstadt as always, doing everything within their power to protect its people. During the later struggle to overthrow the aristocracy, they took the side of the people of Mondstadt. For this reason, they were spared the sentence of exile that was imposed on the rest of the aristocracy. Today, the Gunnhildr clan is a source of many brave knights and outstanding clergy members that serve in the Knights of Avonius. If history can teach us anything at all about the future, perhaps it is that the Gunnhildr clan will continue honouring the legacy of its ancestors and its duty to the Animo Archon, to protect Mondstadt, the land, and all who inhabit it forever. Other information. In the language of Teyvat, the title reads, Gunnhildr. The sentence, the Animo Archon Barbatos, refers to Venti's current status as the Animo Archon, despite him not having this position at the time of the battle. Meanwhile, there is an English localization error when relating to the Archon's fury, because this line refers to Decarabian's rule, even though he has never been one of the seven. As the English translation took liberties with the above sentence, it caused some confusion from the previous one, changing the meaning of the text as a result. The proper translation should read, when Barbatos finally fought through the ferocious winds and freed the tyrant subjects, she was also the one who decorated the newborn Animo Archon with laurels. The name Gunnhildr is comprised of two Old Norse words, Gun and Hildr, both which mean battle. Gunnhildr could also have been named after Gunnhild, a 10th century Viking queen of Norway. Other names.